What is your reaction to some of the things that were included in this video posted by Sarah Palin?
Well, I think Ronald Reagan had it right, that individuals do need to be responsible, but society also needs to reflect properly what's occurred in our past and how we can frame our future. This, I think, is about civility. It is about working on behalf of people, and we can do that in a way that makes Americans proud of not just their member of Congress, but the institution itself.
So you don't agree with her statement?
I'm not saying I don't agree with her statement. What I think this is about is an individual that we have yet to determine through the investigation why he did this, and hopefully we'll find that out in the coming weeks and months. But individuals do need to take responsibility for the things they do.
But she say these acts of monstrous criminality begin and end with the criminals who commit them, not collectively with all the citizens of a state.
I do not agree with that, and let me tell you why. I just finished reading Michelle Norris's book, The Grace of Silence, and it reminded me so much of Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham City Jail when he admonished that we are going to be made to repent, not just for the vitriolic words and deeds of bad people, but for the appalling silence of good people. I do believe that the good people of America must speak out when we see these kinds of atmospheres being created. And that's all we're saying here. If it ended with this, have you ever heard of copycats? So it doesn't end with the person. Copycats chime in when they don't hear or experience interventions. So I just think that if we as a Congress and the good people of America were to speak out when we see these kinds of things, then it lessens the possibility that there will be a copycat. And I do believe that the justice's admonition on free speech, that it doesn't give us the right to yell fire in a crowded theater, ought to be kept in mind all the time.
Unfortunately, I think as you and I talked about before this, I mean, since this has occurred, we've seen elements in both sides of the aisle trying to attack each other as being part of the blame for what happened. And that's not the right tone. That's not the healing process for the nation. And I think, as Debbie said, we need to lead by example up here in the Congress first in terms of what is the right tone to lead by.
I saw the video of what Ms. Palin said, and the part that you didn't read was where she suggested that the advocacy that we are all making on behalf of more civil discourse is like we're trying to extract a blood libel, and that we're trying to tie this incident to words and actions of individuals. And, you know, let's remember that Gabby herself talked about just a few weeks ago the fact that individuals who shall remain nameless used violent images and words in her campaign, and she talked about how important it was that we dial it back, that we all recognize that we don't hate each other, that we simply disagree on the issues, and that a more civil tone is important. How anyone could argue with that, how someone could actually put together a video and defend violent conduct and violent words and violent symbolism in our political discourse is absolutely unimaginable.